So guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have the BlackWolf Sonic Scrubber Vibrating Face and Body Brush. Now, I actually have a loofah. I believe that's what it's called, electronic one right here. Here's the guy. Got this for my wife, right? Got it for the wife. She never used it, really. She stuck to whatever she had. And this thing comes with attachments. So when I start using it in the shower, she realized it lathered faster, and now it's going out of my grasp. So with that being said, I bought this for myself. This is the alternative. Hopefully it's pretty good. Now it does come with the actual brush that you see right here in the photo. It comes with the handle, which is a 12.5 and a lanyard. So you're able to actually hang this. If you look at the picture at the end of it, I'm assuming it's a lanyard connected, or you have to connect it yourself. We'll check that out in a moment, but it does disconnect. On top of that, it also has a USB-C cable. So this is used for showers, and it's used to scrub your face. And from the bristles, it's definitely, you probably can't see that right now, but I'll unbox it, you can see it. It's pretty soft bristle, so it'll be easy to actually do maintenance on it in terms of cleaning it off when you're done. Now with that being said, no need to waste any more time. Let's see if this is actually worth the asking price, which is $20 at Ross. A little bit more expensive if you go online though. Let's get into it. So this is everything that comes inside the box. You have your USB-C, which I already took apart. You have the handle. Now for you guys wondering what this handle actually does, it does have the lanyard attached to it, so make sure you keep that on. It'll be easier to hang it over your shower head and things like that. I'm glad it has one. If you look at the button on the side right here, see if you can see that right here. If you press it and pull, it will actually stretch out, and that's how you get that 12.5 handle. Now this is obviously for, if people are wondering, if you want to use it like on your back or different body parts to make it easier so that you don't have to stretch. Personally, I think loofahs are really good when it comes to lathering and things like that. But some people just, you know, aren't able-bodied anymore. They might be hurt, bad knee, bad arm, bad shoulder, been in an accident. So it's necessary for these type of things. Or you just like a cleaner method of cleaning. That's how I feel. I still use washcloths and whatnot, but I normally use like loofahs and things like that to lather the body itself and get into all those spots. And then more intimate locations, obviously, you use the washcloth and scrubbers and things that you have. Now, we do have this right here, which is the actual, what do you call it? The Sonic Scrubber itself. Now, if you press this, not press it, but if you run your finger over this, this feels really good. It's not tough at all. It feels really soft. On the top, which I already pulled this out, it actually has the USB-C. So people, do not pull this tab out by mistake. This has to stay connected to the brush, and you just place it back inside like so. Well, I'm gonna have a little trouble doing that because since it's IP rated, you really have to fit it in perfectly. So I'll get back to that. And it is IP, what is it? IP, give me a second, look it up. I want to say i7, is it? IPX7, sorry. It is IPX7, so this can take splash, it can take water, you'll be able to soap it up and things like that, but make sure you keep this closed because one, if water gets inside of it, you don't want to start a fire. You don't want to damage your product, and more importantly, you don't want to electrocute yourself, so be safe about it, safety first. Now right here, you have the power button. Now if I look at the instruction, right, I believe it's on high mode right now. I'm going to tap it once. It's on low mode. If I tap it again, it goes on high mode, and if I hold it, it turns off. Now the odd part about that is that the instructions actually say that if you double tap, it goes to low mode, and then if you single tap, it goes to high mode. But in my experience, just tapping it once puts it in high or low, and you could tell by how heavy the battery is. And also, it's rechargeable, in case you guys are wondering. You don't have to worry about AA, AAA batteries and things like that. And lastly, this is, like I said, the power button. Now, if you want to connect the two, make sure that there's two sides to this. This side looks like this, with left and well, you'll know because the button right here, the handle button will always be on the left-hand side. So remember that. These ridges that you see right here, make sure that they're aiming to the top. Oh man, my camera's not focusing. Make sure they're aiming to the top. Now, when I place this inside, so this is facing upward, this is facing upward, snaps right in. If I want to extend it, hold the button, go ahead and pull, press it back. To press it back in, it clicks. And if I want to release it, because remember, you have handheld mode, you can just press this little button right here, this little lever, and disconnects. No problems. It actually works very, very well so far in terms of just how simple the mechanics are, where even a caveman can do it. And for the people out there that lost the instructions, let's go over that right now in the next section. Now, I started with the back for a reason. You have the warning, which it gives you this. I'm not going to read the warning. I'm just going to keep this out here for anyone that's into. Let me kind of get the glare out of it so you guys can take a screenshot. A lot of times people lose instructions or they throw it away by mistake, and then you're in a situation where you don't know what's going on. This is the FCC certified. This tells you how to clean it. Power light when it's blinking red. The handle was stuck after installing. Why can't I close the handle? You know, all the basic questions that the website is probably going to give you. Now, if you flip it over on this side, these are the actual instructions. Now, just so you know, we kind of went over that already, but I still want you guys to be able to see visually how this is. So in number 1, it's showing you the speeds, how to turn it off. Now, like I said, in my experience, I tap once, it goes to high. I tap once again, it goes to low. And if you hold it for a couple seconds, it powers off the device. You might have something different, but I showed you in real time. I'll show you again, just to be safe. Here we go. Tap it once. That's high mode. Tap it once. Low. Tap it again. High. Hold it. Off. So maybe they made a mistake in their own instructions. I'm not too sure, but it is what it is. Right here, it shows you how to insert it, the handle and things like that, which I already showed you. Pause the video, take a screenshot. Right here, you have the charging unit. It'll let you know based on the battery. Let me kind of put that in the light so you can see it. There we go. Device charging, fully charged, low power, and device on. And that's pretty much it. And this one shows you how to do the handle. So it's pretty simple, pretty simplistic. For anyone out there, don't fret. There's always a tutorial for everything almost. And hopefully this helps someone. Now, here's the question. How well does this thing actually lather in real time? I'm going to show you guys. Matter of fact, I'm going to use it on my face with some soap. And I'm going to put some water in it, let it lather, and I'm going to see how well it actually performs. Alrighty guys, so I'm actually in the process of lathering this up right now with some tone. In case you're wondering, this is how it is. So it is in the brush. Mix that in, add just a tad bit of water. Here we go. And it actually is spreading very well in my opinion. Not as much as I would say if you were using a loofah, which I'll show you the difference. I'm going to show you guys the difference, so bear with me. This is the one that I normally use, right? And this is the brand new one that I got. The other one is a spin spa. Yeah, and actually comes with other attachments. I have extras. So me and my wife, we interchange because I have my own attachment. She has her own. But I figured I just want her to dedicate that to herself, and I have my own. What I'm going to go ahead and do is press the power button. Right? Here we go. I'm going to put it on my face. See how it lathers. Yeah, it lathers really good. And look, yeah, I like this. Woo! Look at that. Now, I do want to say that because of how this is, the soap does kind of get trapped inside of it. So you got to kind of go over the whole thing and scrub. But this is really meant to scrub dead skin off your face in addition to cleaning you properly, right? And I think it does a pretty good job. I like this. It feels good. I'm actually scrubbing really hard, as you can see. No discomfort whatsoever from scrubbing. So let me show you again. I was actually preparing myself. I thought it would hurt. It didn't. So it feels fine. And this really gets dead skin. So for you people out there that might shed a lot of skin, I think that this is a pretty decent brush because my face actually, let me wipe this off real fast. Actually, no, I'm going to keep it on. I'm going to show you the difference, right? Now, you saw that. This is how my face looks with this soap. I'm going to show you what the other side can do. Take it off real fast. Wow. Okay, now, is it going? Yeah, it's going. Now, this is the loofah, right? You see this? This is why I say you should always shop around and look at the products that you're buying because you might buy something and you don't know what you're getting yourself into. I've known people that bought the, not a similar product to what I'm talking about, and they didn't get the same result. They thought that it would spin around and lather a certain way. The loofahs aren't really so much to get the dead skin off the body, in my opinion. The other one is dedicated to that. So, you know, some things are, in fact, better than washcloths. But it depends on a person. Because I believe that this is going to scrub better for, like, armpits and things like that. Which I have tried it, by the way, in an armpit. And it did. I was able to get into the nooks and crannies of my arm. While this one, you know, it didn't do as well. So if you hit this, right? This is just, whoo! Here we go. Alright. See how fast that was in a couple seconds? That fast. That's what loofahs are for. Now, I know some people are probably looking at me like, you look crazy right now. Of course I know what a loofah is. I agree, you do. But a lot of people don't use them. A lot of people just use regular washcloths. They have one for the more intimate areas and a second one for the body. That's what I used to do until I decided I was tired of stretching my arm in the back and doing all these things, it was just too much work. So again, you saw me scrub. You saw how much soap was on my face when I scrubbed. And then you see the loofah, and just within a second, it lathers soap a lot better. So when you make a decision in order to purchase something, make sure you know what it is that you're looking for, what you want the product to do, and then research what you want. Now, I happen to like this bad boy right here, in my opinion, because it does a good job scrubbing. I'll show you guys again for the people that don't want to do kind of a comparison. There's not that much soap in it from the side, right? When you scrub, yeah, soap comes up just fine. But the difference is that it's actually scrubbing any dead skin completely off of your face, which will help for people that are really into the whole beauty scene. I'll be honest with you, it's too late for me. I've had acne my whole life, and now I'm in my 30s, so close to 40 actually. So there you go. See the difference? It's more of a coarse design going over your face versus something like this. This is crazy. The stuff I do for videos. Anyway, you got an idea of how it is now. Let me turn the water off so you don't have to hear that anymore. Let me turn this off. Okay. So you got an idea of how it is and how well it actually works. I think the product is pretty good. Now, I do need to see how long this thing actually lasts. I'm going to look at the instructions to see if it tells me. I didn't see anything. I'm going to double check it. Maybe I missed it. And let's talk about the conclusion. Is it actually worth the asking price? All right, guys, so let's do a quick recap for this last part. Like I told you before, you have the button right here. You press it, pull out, pull in. That is how you extend it. You have the button right here. Snap this in. Make sure that the ridges is facing up, of course. Snap that in. Boom, good to go. Press the button again. Comes right out. You're good to go. Power button, you turn it on. It's on high. It seems like automatically. Press it again. It's on low. Hold it for a couple seconds. It turns off. Those are all the functions. You have the USB-C on the top right here. Make sure this piece stays here so that the water resistant aspect of it, because it is IPX7, which means you can shower with it and things like that. You don't want it to get damaged, and you certainly don't want to hurt yourself. Some people are just, they don't pay attention, and then they blame a product when it's really the user that's the issue. I'm not trying to blame nobody, but I'm just saying you got to read the instructions. Now, I haven't found a battery life for this, and it hasn't died yet. So do understand that regardless of whether it vibrates or not, I can still lather this up and just use it as is without the vibrating feature, which I wouldn't really need it. But it is a cool feature to have. It does make it easier for the soap to shake around and glide in your face like I showed you in a video. I like it. I like it a lot. So here's the good and the bad. Really, it's just a price tag. What do you feel as if it's worth? Now, for me, I buy a lot of electronics. I have a lot of figurines and things like that, and I don't pay regular price for that stuff anymore, so I kind of got spoiled to buying things for cheaper. Now, if I do find a link, you'll see it in the description, where if I can find it for under $40, but I think that's the regular, then I'll post that for you guys. Again, I don't make $1 off of posting links. I'm not interested. I just do this because it's just an enjoyable part of my life to be able to do reviews. So some people will say, you know what, $40 is a little steep. Fine, I get it. If you go to Ross and you see it, $20, $19.99. I think it was like 21 and some change after taxes. I think it's a wonderful device, especially for people that have problems reaching, because a lot of times you'll get a loofah and that's all you really need. But some people still do deep skin cleansing and they want to go ahead and scrape off the dead skin and do all these things. This device does that without a problem. It is a little weighty, I will admit that, but it's a solid device and I like it a lot. And to be honest with you, I couldn't gift this even if I wanted to because I put it on my face, but I'm definitely keeping this. This is going to be my everyday device in the morning, when I'm in the shower. As a matter of fact, you know the funny part? You can take this off as is. You can go ahead and lather soap, not hand soap, but face soap, and scrub this on your face. And you know what's going to happen? You could just dry it off and then just throw it back in your book bag. It's really good for travel too because the piece disconnects. I wish it kind of came with a small case, but that's not life or death. That's just me complaining about my first world problems. I like it a lot. I have nothing else to say. So again, if I find it for cheaper on Amazon or around that price tag, $20, $30, regardless, I'm going to post it so you guys can take a look at it yourself. You can see the link. You can decide how other people thought about it. Because again, I'm just one reviewer. Some people might have hated it. Some people might have had this thing for 6 months and then said it died in a certain amount of time. I haven't had it that long to be able to give you an assessment of how the longevity of the device. And I do apologize for that. But that's what review channels are, unfortunately. I might have to come back to it 3 months from now. But anyway, like and subscribe like always, guys, and I will see y'all in the next video.